What's up, folks? What's up, everybody? All right, so I'm lumilaura. I've ran this game many times, once before at ESA. And normally I do the thing where I yap on and on and on, and I'm really funny and everyone likes me. But today I'm going to forego that because today I've got something of a prerogative. I am going to attempt to get the first sub 40 run to happen in any first in-person marathon. So I'm going to be locking straight in, trying to put down a really good run for y'all. Kara and Ricky, our wonderful commentators, are going to be picking up my slack. And also, we met the Dark Spyro incentive, so whilst he's purple now, he won't be for long. And the only thing I'm going to say is that time is actually going... I humbly request that time starts on first movement, as that is actually what we use for leaderboards, if that's okay. So as soon as you see the game fade in, start the time. But other than that, I think I'm about ready to go. I'm just going to get it on with 3, 2, 1, let's roll.
Good luck.
Good luck. Thank you.
And...
Not just yet?
Not yet. It's been peace.
The iconic peaceful.
I'm gonna go for... Should I go for nest? No, I'm not gonna go for nest. Yeah.
Not last minute.
Okay.
No.
And go.
Go. Here we go. We're off.
See you on the other side, folks.
Yep. Oh, man, I just want to say real quick, awesome mod. I love seeing the different Spyro colors. This is kind of a recent thing with the color changes and all this stuff.
Shout out to HWD for making the tool which now lets us inject a new color palette for Spyro, and Pepper for working on the R&D of trying to figure out what pixels are what colors and whatnot and how to make things look good. It turned out amazing, and it's been so cool to be able to use.
This tool is publicly available now. It is called Scales, and you can use it to recolor Spyro in all 3 original Trilogy games.
Oh, that's cool. It works in the other 2 as well. So I'm going to go ahead and get some of the more basic stuff out of the way. If you've never seen a Spyro 1 run, this is a basic any % run, which involves going through 6 homeworlds. And in order to move from one homeworld to the next, you need a certain amount of requirements. So you can see Laura's collecting gems, collecting dragons, and so on. By the end of the run, we're going to need 50 dragons, 6,000 gems, and 5 eggs, essentially. So starting out here in Stone Hill, Laura's going to go for this jump here. That is a small sequence break of sorts, instead of going through a tunnel, getting over to this area a little bit faster.
Yeah, thankfully she wasn't beached or anything.
I was worried about it.
It's a early run killer for runs and all.
Classic miss menu. If you hit up like a frame too early, the menu won't actually go down to the bottom. So
gotta wait 5 frames for the menu to
5
become
frames, yep.
usable.
Yeah, it's pretty annoying, especially if you play all 3 Spyro games. Exiting out is completely different in almost all of them.
It's somehow the worst in Spyro 2, though.
Yeah.
Which you'll see next after this.
Yeah, so heading into Town Square, a lot of these early levels will not have a ton of gems, so it's pretty much just getting like the fastest stuff that you can, and then getting the easy dragons, because the levels are generally a lot smaller. So Laura will be getting 3 dragons here.
4.
4. Yeah, 4 dragons, which are all in very close proximity.
Small levels, lots of dragons. The Artisans levels tend to be really great for the dragons, not as much for the gems, and so just kind of beeline from one dragon to the next, grab what we can.
Yeah, there's literally 3 lined up right here, but again, you're not supposed to be able to make it up on that ledge. You can do a little 50-50 grind up on that and get up quickly, essentially.
So, sorry, I'd like to make it a point that since the last time this category was shown here at ESA, it has changed quite a bit. And that's really funny because I said that last time. For such a game with no crazy sequence breaks, it sure changes a lot. But I'm going to be doing a new route here that I ended up labbing for about a week. And at the end, the famous rat proxy has received a major facelift and is significantly more viable and more consistent. So, I mean, it's still going to be hype if I hit it, when I hit it, but won't be as rare, unfortunately. Well, I suppose that's fortunate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
I get to finish runs now.
Yeah, exactly.
Rat Proxy being a lot more viable has certainly made my life easier as well, running any %.
Yeah. It is definitely still a bit of a pain. I mean, it's not like,
It
much easier by any means, but it is easier.
It puts it on you to have the skill to be able to convert a lot of rats rather than just hoping for, ooh, I get the right RNG and then I just have to do the inputs right.
Yeah. We'll get to that at the end if you have no idea what we're talking about. This is coming up in 35 minutes, literally.
It's gonna be a minute.
Thank goodness for the leaderboard started time. I can tell exactly what pace I'm on. That was a good Artisans. I'm happy with that.
Mm-hmm. Well, we're moving on to Peacekeepers. This is where we start getting into the infamous Peacekeeper tricks.
Oh boy.
Always talking about 3 for 3, trying to hit it's Dry Canyon jump into Mama Proxy into the cliff jump in the homeworld, and it's just a fun old homeworld.
It's a little closer to 4 for 4 for me now, actually, because I do an additional trick in Dr. Shemp that saves about 2.8 seconds if you do it properly. So hopefully I know that.
Yeah, so starting out in Dry Canyon, the major trick in this level is sort of at the end of it. It's basically you're supposed to kind of go into this little castle area and then glide around to reach a dragon on the other side. But what you can do is you can reach the end of where the end of level vortex is, and you can make it over to that area. But it does require a pretty precise jump. Yeah, it's not really lenient, and it does cause a lot of early resets.
Yes. No, I'd always tell people don't add Dry Canyon jump in too early.
Yeah.
It is not worth it at a lower level.
Famously, you can get quite an incredible time in this game without doing Dry Canyon jump at all. The fastest run without it, I believe, is a 38 flat? No, a little slower than that, but yeah, it's a really good run.
Nice.
But I nailed it.
Yeah,
Woo!
there it is.
Sometimes you just got to talk over it and just not overthink it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it's just there's a lot of little things, and if you're thinking too hard, it gets difficult.
Though I did miss a 10 gem back there, unfortunately.
Yeah, shouts to the nation for having our back here.
Oh, yeah. All right, we're coming into Mama Proxy here. Basically, there's a big mama with a big, red, beautiful dress, and we're going to be flaming her into the corner. We're going to be jumping in between her and the corner and getting ejected up.
Yeah, this
Hopefully.
is for the first major proxy in the run. And nice.
It's not over yet. It's not over yet.
No! Okay, so
Yeah.
that's fine. I'm just going to be running on through. That means we're just going to have to do the intended glide across. So brutal that happens.
Yeah.
So brutal. That's really maybe like a 1 in 25 chance that you don't get a roll bounce on that roof, but it's all good.
It's
Yeah.
so heartbreaking because Mama Proxy is ultimately the hard part of actually getting up there, but the roll bounce can just be a little bit finicky with the way Spyro's momentum.
Tell you what, now that I've failed that, I can show off a little roll boost in the other side of the section, which is actually going to be the optimal way to back this up, so hopefully I know that.
This is going to be new to me even.
Yeah, I'm not really
What is
sure.
that gem RNG, man?
Gem RNG. We'll get into that more later.
Yeah, you can feel free to yap about gems later. Oh, nice. Yes.
Gems ultimately tend to be like a big factor in this run because 6,000 gems is the last requirement in the last homeworld, and so it ends up being the thing that we're routing around most of the time.
Nice!
Oh!
Wow!
Oh, oh, that's cool.
That's the backup, and then we are just going to drop down to the left here, grab some gems that we couldn't get otherwise,
Get those 15
and
there.
we're out of there.
Yeah, so what Laura was actually intending to do was to get a roll bounce off the slant of the roof there, and then kind of almost do the level like pseudo backwards. You're supposed to get that dragon at the top there, and then kind of head towards the level, and then finish by the vortex instead of ending over there.
Yeah.
Dr. Shemp here is a really, really short level, only has 1 dragon, and but some really quick gems, so that's why we are going in here.
Yes.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah,
Ooh.
that's so much harder than it looks.
That, I still don't know how you do that in runs.
I
because
grinded it to Kingdom Come, seriously. I spent nights grinding that one out because the 7 gems that we're routing out in place of that jump are so bad. Seriously, top level 1 any runners, you need to be doing this. I'm looking at you, Deo man.
Oh.
Ooh.
If you're gonna beat my record, and if you're gonna be the one to get the 36, I believe in you to do it right. I say that with love. I love you, Deo. You're doing me and the rest of the community proud, especially as, well, frankly, as of this, hang on, let me get this trick. Nice.
Nice.
Tricking.
That, yeah, that's pretty much like 3 for 4. But yeah, I guess I'll use this opportunity to soapbox a little bit. Since I was here last, I've had the any percent record 5 times. This game has seriously put me through my paces, and I couldn't be any prouder to say that I have left my little dent on the progression of this category that I love so much. But I quit. I quit. I believe my time with grinding Spyro 1 any percent is done. It's just burning me out a little bit too much, and when I play it, I just don't really have that much fun anymore. So I'm still going to be around labbing it and encouraging the runners who still want to run it, but I think my days with the grind are over.
Yeah, I said the same with Jack 3. No.
Hey,
no,
I'm not quitting before I've, you know, like, made my mark, you know, so, like, I'm happy. I'm happy. Like,
yeah, I was just joking around. I get it, yeah.
Yeah.
The grind can take a toll. It's not something that's often talked about, you know. We runners, we run for years, same thing over and over again, and especially when you keep facing the same walls, you know, especially this second world really takes a toll, and you're just sitting there waiting, like, when am I gonna get a run out of peacekeepers?
Yeah.
And whatnot. So yeah, it's rough for sure. It's something that's not talked about enough.
Beautiful lines there.
Yeah, this has actually been our first flight level. Very different vibe, very loud music, and it's just, they're a fun little relaxation moment, even though they're not that relaxing. It's
Night
just
Flight
different.
is not that relaxing. I did a really awkward turn there that keeps killing my runs. Like, I spent all that time grinding the early game to get a 3 for 3 or a 4 for 4, and then losing it to Night Flight is what made me want to embed my controller into the wall by force, so...
Yeah, it really doesn't help that there's a couple more, like, I don't want to say easy, but just kind of like filler levels in between finishing the tricks and then getting out of Peacekeepers. Ice
Cavern is a great example of a filler level. Like, there's nothing particularly majorly difficult about this, but it's the longest level in Peacekeepers, and you don't even get many gems here. Like, you get 208 at most.
Yeah, something like that, and there's 5 dragons, though, so there's no world where we can route it out.
Yeah.
People have thought about it. People have thought about routing out every single level in this category.
The most common consensus seems to be that people want to route out Dr. Shemp because it's so short, but the gems per second is just so high. Like, I don't see why you would ever do that.
And this is a good time to introduce gems per second as a method of measurement, how good or bad a level or a section is. And we get a little bit nerdy about it for Spyro 1 because it's just it's the real bread and butter of routing this game. We'll have arguments about a single red gem from time to time.
Genuinely, we will. Genuinely. Like, we have run out of things to talk about. So you guys excited for Spyro 4 that is definitely coming, I promise?
Please.
Oh, gosh. All right, I hope I land this little thing here. Okay, cool.
Nice. I will say that green you got was unoptimal.
I will say, shut up. Right, I'd like to say this has been a genuinely fantastic Peacekeepers, actually. I'm really happy with this. With the exception of that missed Mama Proxy, like, this is quite a good run.
At least you got the 15 gems on top of the Mama Proxy area. I mean, that's something.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, no, actually some extra gems.
Yeah, I'm actually quite over gemmed by about 16 here, so that's going to be a nice little buffer for later.
Man, it's so strange because your gem counts are so different than mine because I don't do bike caves and you do bike caves, and that's like 100 gems different.
That's the point. Last time I was here at ESA, I attempted a crazy supercharge in the high caves level called bike caves, and back then I wasn't really that good at it. And I'm still not really that good at it.
It's hard.
But it's fast.
I have also really... I've grown on it, you know, like, there's a particular moment during the supercharge that used to get me a lot, and I've developed a feel for it, so hopefully today's the day.
If you don't know what bike caves is, because these nerds are just not explaining it.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It is a trick coming up in 2 levels. We're going to do Alpine Ridge first. But in high caves, there's essentially just a long supercharge chain that allows you to collect a ton of gems. You can either choose to skip that, or you can, do the long chain and get an extra 100. The route difference is, what do you say? 45 seconds? No.
45.
I literally misheard Laura in the practice room. I was like, how does it say 45? Yeah, 4 to 5.
Yeah, but here we are in Magic Crafters. Gem amounts start to get a little bit higher, and we also start to see a lot more eggs. To get out of this homeworld, we need 5 eggs, and so that's kind of we're gonna get 3 more in this homeworld. Or actually, we already got one at the very beginning.
We did. Yeah, we got one in Peacekeeper's homeworld outside of Dr. Shen.
Shout outs to my 7 egg round.
It's pretty easy to not think about the extra eggs you've gotten and just muscle memory grab some more.
Yeah, there's a ton of easy backup eggs that you can get, so sometimes you'll just end up with like 6, or in my case, 7.
Do you think we can sneak some donos in?
Yeah, you're good.
For sure, yeah, go right ahead.
Because we got a $100 donation from Mainly Maeve, who says, Laura is the GOAT, the queen of Spyro. Hi Dylan, hi Shemp, hi Kara, hi Larixer. And this claimed Maeve some rewards for the art prints and a Goosebird hung shirt, and was also contributed to the target of Flash Game Gauntlet. Special guest returns. We have an old school donation here, $5 from ESA Plum, who says, don't mind me, just donating for the Plum video again.
That wall's just not solid.
Oh, yeah. Honestly, I genuinely forget that that's weird.
I'm sorry, this Alpine was drop dead gorgeous.
It was.
Yeah, that was
nailed
fire.
that.
That was fire.
Get a little hype for some good moves.
Yeah.
I think I missed a single green. Okay, so we're coming up to high caves here. This is the level with the crazy supercharge. It is a little cycle dependent, so I need to not make any movement mistakes on the first section of the level. And that section of the level is also notorious for having cycles that seem to not make sense sometimes, depending on like finicky camera stuff. So
It
pray for me
really
here.
is a bit complicated.
Lots of flame charging here.
Yeah, this is actually really hard to do well. Going up this spiral and flame charging every single one of these enemies, you need to be extremely close to, especially those big wizards, in order to make that gem home in on you.
That was a beautiful ascension up the hill.
The Spiral Mountain. Shout out to Banjo-Kazooie. Famously went on record to say "Guh-huh." I think we can all learn from that.
I felt that.
Coming up, we're gonna have our first supercharge trick by Caves.
All right. Yes!
Absolutely sick.
Let me tell you,
God. Oh,
I
was
needed
so-
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was clean.
This is a fantastic run. This is a genuinely really good run. I'm
Yeah,
super happy with
This
this.
is super dope.
Would you like to celebrate some more?
Yeah.
We just hit 50,000
Yes!
dollars.
Wow.
Perfect timing. Thank you all for donating.
I'd like to make it a point that a few years ago we did lose a family member to Alzheimer's. So Alzheimer Fonden is a charity very close to me and my family. So I will always forever enjoy attending ESA and raising money for this absolutely fantastic charity. Donate if you can, please.
And I'm sneaking one in, $25 from Steven, who says, Spyro is one of my favorite games, so of course I'm donating for this run. Shoutouts to Bakari, even though we don't free him in this category. That goes to the Flash Game Gauntlet special guest returns.
We're going to be seeing even more supercharged madness here in Wizard Peak.
Yeah, thankfully significantly easier.
Yes. This is something I do always recommend to beginners to learn. It's very doable and just a lot of fun. It looks very flashy and it feels good to get good at.
You're also going to see the gems per second just get ludicrously high all of a sudden in a level like this. Just every single gem is just like a 5 or a 10 and stuff like that. And Laura's going to charge into this wall right here and get the blues through the wall on the other side. Try and snipe this thief right here. Yes,
Nice.
there we go.
And there we are, 5 eggs.
Yep, that's
All
it.
ready to get out of here, but we're gonna make a little detour to get some more dragons and not eggs, gems before
Gems.
that.
This ascent here is also like deceptively tricky, especially if you're new. Trying to get all these gems optimal. Yeah, that right there is also really tough. Getting that extra wizard.
There's so much micro movement in this category, and just Spyro 1 in general. I feel like that's what people are always saying is the love that we have for this category and this game is really in the details.
Yep. Another thing I would like to mention that's been really optimized in the last, I would say, maybe year or so is dragon touches. And there's even been mods made for this. So wherever you walk into a dragon, Spyro will walk to a predetermined location. So it's actually very important where you touch the side of the dragon statue. And Laura's going to try and do boulder skip here, which is the only... Got it. There we go. Yep.
And since this is a fight coming up, should I go through some donations?
Yeah, go for it. We can explain Boulder Skip after.
So we got $10 from Ratchets215. It says, question for the entire couch. Original trilogy or reignite?
Original trilogy.
Original.
Okay, that was so quickly done. So that went for the Elden Ring 2-play 1 controller cam. So remember, whenever you donate, make sure that you check on the targets and the polls because you can always get some donations in for this for free. We have $25 from Ada, who says, hello, Illuminated Laura. Hope you do Spyro good.
I'm trying.
Doing good.
We got $35 from Kada, who says, shoutouts to the PlayStation Nation, baby! Once again, we have that going towards the Flash Game Gauntlet with special guest returns, and you know who that might be. We got $15 from YTP Renewed. Making dragons QTC instead of ugly just seems like so obvious. I'm astonished it isn't the default for dragons. I don't know whether that's a miracle or a curse.
So you're going to see this dragon is basically skipped once Laura's coming out of that level. And that's because she kind of basically touched the dragon from the other side of the portal while it was loading in. It is the only instance of a dragon cutscene skip in the game.
Second instance now, because Nesta Skip.
Oh yeah, Nestor, yeah.
Yep.
That's just a very different way of doing it.
There are a few ways to skip dragon cutscenes, just most of them aren't particularly useful. But yes, as Laura mentioned, Nestor Skip exists, which was a long, wanted, desired skip, but it's a little annoying. Laura goes for it sometimes and hits it sometimes.
Yeah, I do it I did it alternatingly every other run because it was just that bad to go for every time.
Yeah. Sometimes you just want to play the game because hopefully we enjoy the game.
Nice save, yeah. This is one of the levels I see runners practice the most.
Yeah.
Those cycles are extremely difficult to catch.
They
overall.
really are. There's so many details. I actually made like an hour-long video talking about how to save like 4 or 5 seconds to gaining 1 cycle in this level. So there's too much micro movement and whatnot for it.
Did not go for the double there. Cause,
It's scary.
It is scary.
This is also, we almost 100% this level as well, literally missing 3 gems. The gems per second in that level is just so good.
It is amazing.
This run is still pretty good. There were a couple flubs, like movement flubs in this home world, but yeah, this is going to be a 22-29 Magic Crafters, which is 27 seconds off world record right now. So,
Wow.
That is pretty good. Very nice.
We're going into Beast Makers. This is when things get a little bit scary and dicey. The enemies get very difficult. Some very memorable levels, or maybe notorious from our childhood, trying to get through Misty Bog, trying to figure out where the last dragon is in Treetops.
Treetop,
Yeah.
yeah.
that's the big one, really.
Yeah, so you're going to see Laura also run past Terrace Village. It is a level that's been kind of maybe experimented with route-wise, but is ultimately just too slow.
The absolute legend of our time, SSBM stuff, aka Saboom, famously did Terrace Village in all of his any % runs and had several records with it.
Yeah.
Even though he knew it was not optimal
Exactly.
Yeah,
He
that's-
just does him.
That's the way he does it.
even then.
That's-
And hey, that's a good way to play the game.
Yeah, honestly. Like, just do what's comfortable.
Going to another flight level if we want to do some more donations.
I would love to do that. We got $10 from AJ Ellis X, who says, Laura, you're an inspiration to us all. PlayStation Nation for life. Spyro was truly blessed to have you at the controls. And this goes towards the only boss skill choice, which is fairly close right now with the left. He's a little bit in front with $215 compared to $180. We also have $5 from Ashriel, who says, yeah, 53 crystal, shaking my head. That's towards the Flash Game Gauntlet as well. We got $40 from Max Andrews, who says, hello everyone, always looking forward to ESA. Thanks to everyone who makes the events possible. And every time I see Spyro, I feel the childhood memories coming back to mind. So Laura, good luck. Run.
That wild flight was beautiful. That is the fastest time I've ever had with that route.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that was,
nice.
I literally, yeah, I was gonna say, really good ending to that. That was very smooth.
We tend to overlook the flights a little bit because we don't like to push them too much because if you die or anything, you're losing like an entire minute. But their Ashriel, who just donated earlier, is notorious for pushing them to their absolute limit. And we can all learn from.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, Misty Bog. This is just there's too many enemies in this level. That's all-
It's a level.
yeah.
I have got a fantastic gem count for this right now, so I'm going to be skipping a few annoying sections, thankfully.
Yeah.
The fun thing about any % dynamic routing on the fly, deciding, oh, what should I get? What do I need?
Yeah. I mean, I guess I'll just talk about what makes the enemies actually really annoying. These shrubs, if you do get eaten by them, you're literally stuck, like, having to watch them chew you for, like, about 4 seconds. These frogs as well have insane range with their tongues. And these guys aren't too bad, these Norcs, but if you do stand next to them, they'll slash you. So.
Yeah.
But I mean, pretty much every single room in this has, yeah, there's 4 enemies here. This next section's pretty notorious for either missing gems or getting hit. There's a bit of some pattern recognition Laura's gonna have to pay attention to coming up to these next couple of enemies here.
Lots of RNG. The boars like to run at you in weird different ways or spawn in differently.
Yeah.
I'm barely thinking. I didn't even go for a flame there.
But we're getting through.
Yeah. Green Sparks is a little dicey, but we'll make it work.
I will absolutely make it work. If I have to, then I will go for a death abuse before the section at the end.
But yeah, no, the enemies in this level are truly a hindrance. But I have a soft spot for the blue frogs. It's been my avatar on Discord for a long time.
Love the frogs. Lots of juicy gems up here as well.
I'm just going to do this. Thank you. All right, this bog has not been fantastic. I'm starting to feel the nerves here a little bit, but I'll make it work. Watch this. Check this out. This is a gem.
It's cool when it works.
Okay.
Okay, so we're coming up to the island. This has just a billion enemies all in one room, and hopefully it goes well. That's all I'm gonna say.
Truly.
Woo!
Beautiful.
Very nice.
Great
Oh,
RNG
wow.
and great movement on Laura's part.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Good adaptation. That's good. Nice.
Right.
Cool.
Good quit out.
Okay, let's have a look at this gem count. The baseline would be 4250. Let's see how
Yeah,
up we are.
4250.
Okay,
Ooh,
that's good.
Yeah,
You're doing good.
That's
this
good.
is solid.
We're going to be using that in Treetops a bit, and then we'll be using that a lot in Metalhead, hopefully, if I nail a pretty annoying trick.
So we have a trick coming up at the beginning of Treetops here called, well, I guess just winning the thief race. I'm not actually sure how it works. Do you want to talk about it, Kara?
Sure. This thief is annoying. He likes to wake up all the enemies, so he'll stop in front of them. But if you go past him, he won't stop, and so then it starts getting a little complicated. And there's a lot of different routes and different amount of gems you can get, but Laura's making pretty easy work of beating the thief, opting to skip a few gems to make it a little bit easier.
I'm gonna go for the thing.
Okay,
Ooh.
here we go.
Okay, no dice. That's fine.
But yeah, the idea with that thief race is essentially if you lose the thief race, you have to wait for him on this island.
Yeah.
But if you are ahead of him, he's already here. So you don't have to wait for his ass.
And what Laura was going for there was, I believe it's Laura Leap.
Yeah.
And
Laura Leap.
you can get a weird interaction with the ledge and the supercharged platform there and just get crazy height and jump over that wall. Avoid using the real supercharge ramp.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that turnaround's actually really hard.
All right, I would say I'm about 24 seconds off of a good pace here.
Nice, nice.
You're
And
on
by good, I mean like PBable pace.
yeah, like this is actually really good. Like, I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, yeah, so there's a trick coming up at the end here called Stone Knot. Laura's going to attempt to ramp off of the side of this little stump here and get up to this upper area.
Nailed
Very
it.
nice. Going to keep that supercharge a little bit.
Nice.
Very nice. Smooth.
Clean up these last few gems and get out of here.
I missed a blue.
Oh.
That's fine.
Yeah,
That's
you're over
Hey,
gem.
there's a tiny chance you did get it. Never mind.
Good count still.
Yep.
Going into Metalhead, we haven't really talked about the boss levels. We've gone into a few, they don't really feel like boss levels, but there's a big enemy that you usually have to hit a couple times. And Metalhead is one of those, but there's lots of fun gems, fun out of bounds coming up right now.
I hope.
Ooh. Oh, okay.
Wow, the save, that was
Nice
an
save.
awkward one.
That's
Yeah.
blind movement there.
Yeah.
You have like fractions of a second to recognize that you
Also,
go through
new
weird.
strat here.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool. Very nice.
Fun.
That's a little bit faster than taking the whirlwind up from the bottom there.
Yeah, it really just depends on all the things you're doing. It's kind of nice though to avoid having to go down to go up.
Also, you saw Laura skipping the firework there as well.
Yeah, that's a new, who started doing that? Was that Chris?
Yeah, Chris LBC found that. Yep. Absolute legend.
always-
Long-time veteran of this game.
Nice to see the old names coming back, playing the categories, doing new things. And here's Metalhead. We hit pole and he run away.
He's very tired without those poles.
He is.
Yeah, he gets scared.
And we'll use that key we got from the out of bounds area right up here. Get a big load of gems, 5s and 2s, and take out some more poles, deal with Metalhead, get out of here with like over 400 gems.
Yeah, Metalhead's gonna just fall over and die of cringe here. Gonna give us lots of juicy gems, and then this last part as well. He's kind of supposed to toss a bunch of enemies at you and whatnot, but since Laura did the fight so fast, all the enemies are just dead up here, and they all just turn into just this massive load of gems. And there's the last two. Very nice.
That was good.
There we go. This little section coming out of Metalhead's also a little bit tricky. It's honestly a little bit overlooked. Lots of great gems you can get here as well.
All right, 5-1-10 coming out of Metalhead is okay.
Yeah.
It's workable. It's not ideal, but I will take it. Nice. Love them. Ooh,
Yeah.
excuse me.
This ledge.
There's a wall there.
It's so annoying. Coming to a close in Beast Makers, going on to the next homeworld, Dreamweavers, the place of dreams. And
So-
also, dreams tend to die a little bit.
32-30 Beastmaker's exit, plus hopefully the ideal 3-minute 40-second Dreamweavers is going to land me squarely in 37 pace, which would be unbelievable.
Yeah, I want
Yeah.
that.
So pretty much the goal in Dreamweavers, you're gonna see Laura skip. You're gonna run past Haunted Towers there, or Dark Passage, sorry. Because we don't really need dragons anymore. Beastmakers is the last requirement for the 50 dragons, so now we just need the 6,000 gems. So what better way than to get to go to a flight? The flight levels give you 300 gems if you complete it. So
and it's like a minute. It's good. Every once in a while people are like, oh, why don't we fly rat out a flight level? And it's like, no, it's good.
They're good.
It's easy.
Technically, we did, because we don't do Sunny Flight at the start.
True.
Yeah.
And are they any good for donations as well?
Yeah, this one is.
Yep.
Yeah, so we got $12 from Zet, who pretty much sings Spyro Man. Wait, wrong game. Oops. And that goes towards the poll of bad guys at school with the outfit choice of night, and as well the Neverhood upgrade to good ending. We also have $15 from Noxy. Keep killing it, Laura, and wishing the best for every runner this week. We got $10 from Kesenchu, who says, awesome run. Cheers from Brazil.
I heard the Smiling Friends went there once.
Yeah, little skip coming up here at the end as well. Instead of going through the entire animation of Spyro kind of spiraling up into the sky, and he goes up and you see the blue Pac-Man up there.
It takes so long.
Yeah, you can kind of fly into the bridge and skip the animation there. So Laura needs 398 gems here left going into Jacques.
Let's look at this gem count.
Yeah, this is the boss level for this homeworld, which has a lot of good gems, and this is the last, like...
I'm quite low on gems, so I'm going to be playing things a little safe here.
Jacques is the first level that I always tell beginners to know your gem counts for, because you don't want to be the person going in here not realizing you're super over-gemmed and get all the gems and end up like 6,050 gems, or come out under-gemmed and you're panicking in the home world. So it's good to know how many you need and where to get them, your different options. Cheeky little single cake here.
Nice. Okay. Whew.
It's not an easy trick.
Yeah, that's hard.
It's super awkward, weird geometry, and Laura's doing great.
Excuse me, Mr. Mushroom.
Yeah, you're intended to flame both of those fools, so they raise what we call the cake up twice, because it looks like a wedding cake, all the way up. But just flaming one fool is enough and is faster, but that makes that jump really, really difficult. So here's Jock. We just flame him a couple times. He's pretty easy, just like most of the bosses in the game, and he gives us a lot of gems. This is some of the highest gems per second you'll see in the entire game.
He gives 100 gems, and then he's just hiding a little stash of 75 up here too. Pink gems. Don't at me with the purple gem. It's pink.
Fair.
Okay. This is a good run. This is 37 pace if I hit first try wrap.
Okay, so I'm just going to immediately explain this next trick coming up. In the final homeworld, Laura's going to be attempting this trick called Rat Proxy, which we alluded to earlier. It's a difficult trick, and it allows you to get into the final level. There are 2 levels you normally need to beat before getting into this level, and the stakes are high here. We're going to hope the rat cooperates, gets in a good position, and just helps us out. Get up there.
Let's go!
Let's go!
Amazing.
Let's go!
It's not over yet.
Yeah, lock in. Lock in, lock in.
If you didn't quite catch all that happen, it was so quick. We line up in front of the rat, we charge for like 1 or 2 frames, and we hold right on the D-pad to kind of surf along it. Shout out to Daze for kind of finding that tech initially. And we maneuver into the corner, the rat goes in behind us, and the hitboxes collide, and Spyro's ejected up. And we turn it around and get into Nasty Norc, which thankfully has no collision in the top of his head.
So we're just chasing Nasty Norc here. There's
Chasing us.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's chasing us now.
Okay, now I'm chasing him.
There's a little chase sequence here at the end of this infamous lava room.
As soon as the flame makes contact with Nasty in this end room, that is time.
Oh my god. That's got to be one of the best times I've ever seen. Oh my god.
Let me tell you.
Is that top 10?
Let me tell you. Let me tell you. When I ran this before, at European Speedrunner Assembly Summer 2022. This time would have been world record.
Truly amazing.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
37's literally a time people dream about getting in this game. That is,
Truly.
yeah.
It was not long ago that Deo got the first 37.
Did it? Oh my god. That's
Oh
such a
man!
such a sick time. Oh
Gosh,
my
sorry,
God.
I don't really have the words. I'm just so...
You were just hoping for sub 40.
Yeah, no, like, look at that.
And you smashed it.
How about 2 minutes lower?
Yeah,
Yeah.
how about that? How about that?
Yes! Oh my god.
Shout out to the PlayStation Nation.
Shout outs to the-
They're just so great.
Shout outs to the Spyro community, the PlayStation Nation, my wonderful community, the Rixer, Oddkara, everyone in the crowd, my wonderful girlfriend Pepper, Shemp, Dylan, Chris LBC, Dayoman, Saboom, Toval, all of them, all of the goats. I wouldn't be up here right now doing what I'm doing if it weren't for them inspiring me, so thank you. Thank you so much. Donate to Alzheimer Fund, and this is an amazing event. Yeah!
Yeah.
I love this game. Now, no matter what, like, no matter if I run it or not, I will forever love this game. I will forever love this category. It will never not be such a crucial, integral part of my life. I'm seriously, seriously, seriously honored and proud. Genuinely proud. I suppose
My
that's
God.
it. That's it. Thank you.
No, thank you, Laura. That was such a great run in every single way. Before we're heading over to the host station, I just want to get a few donations in there. We got $10 from Dylan J. Fox, who says, "Love you, dog. Proud of you, and I'm excited to see what you do next in speeding." And we also have a $100 donation from Ada. Laura, goat rat. So, thank you very much. Are we ready for the host station? Let's go.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
It's fifth. It's fifth on the leaderboard. Like, so good. Oh my God.